10 most likely industries that can make you a billionaire. Hello lovely YouTube family, welcome back to Cyber Circuit. In today's video, we're going to talk about 10 most likely industries that can make you a billionaire. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. Engineering, 4% of billionaires. And to join them, basically, you'll need to design a piece of engineering wizardry that can solve a problem that nobody's addressed before. One that's clever enough to disrupt an entire sector of the market. A case in point is James Dyson, who invented the world's first backless vacuum cleaner. And since then, he's branched out to a range of other appliances, including washing machines and hand dryers. And thanks to these pieces of savvy engineering, he's worth $16 billion, making him the UK's richest individual. If you've got an idea that's smart enough, and the know-how to see it to completion, then you can do it even without formal qualifications in engineering. Believe it or not, James Dyson doesn't have any. Number 9. Media and entertainment, 4% of billionaires. Music, films, TV, computer games, YouTube channels, good old-fashioned reading, or whatever forms of entertainment people dream up in the future. These are always going to be a big part of our lives. Number 8. Energy, 4% of billionaires. In the early days of modern economy, many of the first super rich made their fortunes in energy, like oil tycoon John D. Rockefeller. And 4% of today's billionaires come from this sector. And we all consume energy, so this isn't likely to change. What will change is the type of energy we consume. And the boom sector in the near future is bound to be renewable energy. The world's becoming greener out of necessity. Number 7. Fashion, 5% of billionaires. You may not have guessed that the fashion industry is such a heavy hitter, but think about it, and it makes perfect sense. Clothing is more than just a basic necessity. We are happy to spend money so we can wear something that makes us look good. And for a lot of people, one of the biggest motivations for putting in long hours is to be able to splash out on some high-end branded goods at the weekend. Number 6. Healthcare, 6% of billionaires. Of course, one of our most basic needs is to stay healthy, and we pay huge amounts of money on it. Whether directly on health bills, through taxes, or on health insurance, a large portion of this money makes its way into the bank balances of 6% of the world's billionaires. And it's no surprise that the pandemic has lifted more people in this industry up to billionaire status. And sure, being a doctor can make you wealthy, but billionaire? Probably not. The real potential for the 10-digit bank balance is in the pharmaceutical industry. Number 5. Retail, 6.5% of billionaires. Whether we do it online or whether we do it the old-fashioned way, in bricks and mortar shops, we'll need to keep on buying stuff one way or the other. So it's no wonder that this takes a high place on this list, accounting for 6.5% of billionaires. Keep in mind that it will probably produce fewer billionaires in the future. That's because most billionaires in this sector are heirs to the fortunes that were built over a long period of time. Number 4. Food and beverage, 8% of billionaires. Whatever's happening in the world will always need to eat and drink. And currently around 8% of the world's billionaires come from a food and drink background. To become one of them, you'll have to figure out novel ways of producing food, or preparing and distributing it. People on the super rich list in this field include heirs to fortunes, including members of the Mars and Heineken families. But there are also quite a few self-made billionaires in this group. Number 3. Tech and business services, 9% of billionaires. Whatever the sector of the economy, nowadays it relies on tech. Businesses use it to do transactions, to communicate their message to the public, for distribution and logistics, and for much more. And of course, our private lives depend on tech too. To be entertained, to chat, to shop, or to hail a rideshare. And 9% of billionaires made their fortunes in tech. If that number's going to change, it's probably going to go upwards. New software and hardware is being developed and making previous versions obsolete faster than ever. Number 2. Real estate, 9% of billionaires. So there's little wonder that huge amounts of money can be made in real estate, with 9% of billionaires today belonging to this industry. There are several paths into it. You can start off as a real estate agent, or you could set up a construction firm, or be a supplier of construction materials. Of course, most of Donald Trump's fortune is in real estate. Number 1. Banking and finance, 15% of billionaires. Behind the success, there was somebody who knew exactly how to deploy money and then grow it. And thanks to their investment choices, they didn't just make the company a success. They also grew their own wealth big time. And banking and finance produce 15% of the world's billionaires today. Some of them made it as private investors, others from setting up investment firms, and others as venture capitalists. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing video from us.